Hello everyone, we're here at Home Instead as we usually are, doing programs for my dog and me. Again, just a comment about Home Instead. I hope you're aware of the fact that if you know anyone in your family that needs any type of care, that's the place to go. They're located on Perry Highway by the movies of Meadville. And today we have two, tell me the pronunciation.
Dachshunds.
Dachshunds. Two Dachshunds. Carrie, introduce yourself. And introduce the dogs.
Okay, I'm Carrie Nadgett. This is Precious, and she is a mini Dachshund. Over here is Pork Chop, and he is a standard Dachshund, long hair, in the red color. She is a Dapple, and she is 2 years old, and Pork Chop is almost 7.
And how long have you ever, is this the first two
Dachshunds I've ever had?
People always say, pronounce that incorrectly.
Dachshund. Sometimes it's Dachshunds,
okay.
Doxies, Wiener Dogs.
Wiener Dogs, that's
Wiener
the
dogs,
easiest
that's
one.
the easiest, yeah.
Yes.
And that's the most common. What?
And are these the first two you've ever had?
Yes, yes.
And what did you ever have before this that made you go to one of these?
I always had Lhasas and
Did
Shih
you?
Tzus. Mm-hmm.
And why did you decide on these two?
Rescue.
Oh, so you
The rescues.
saw them on television, on
I had friends that said, you know, there's this dog, are you interested?
Oh,
and,
there you go.
Know, here we are.
And you had sucker written on your forehead,
I do.
and you went and got them.
Always.
I was just with a friend of mine
Right.
who drives school bus with me, and she has 7 dogs, and 2 of them are German Shepherds, and all the rest are rescued Great Pyrenees.
Oh my goodness.
And she saw one online yesterday about something, and I said, you cannot do that. You are at 7, you can't have any more. 7 was way over the limit.
Right.
But she's someone who sees them online, sees them on Facebook, feels bad, no one's gonna take them.
Right.
If I don't take them, they're not gonna have a good life and stuff like that. Or she found a German Shepherd, I think, that had been at one of the shelters for a year.
Oh.
Now she's concerned about getting a home for the
I know.
German Shepherd. It gets nuts after a while, it really
Right.
does.
Right.
So tell me about these guys.
Okay, so
Tell me about the breed.
The breed was started in Germany for the purpose of hunting. They're hunters. Badgers is the #1 reason why they were bred, and rabbits. Their long, slender bodies and short legs allows them to go down into the holes and get their prey, and their long tails allows the hunter to pull them out.
Pull them back out again.
Yeah.
What's a badger?
A badger is like
A weasel? No.
yeah, almost like a skunk-looking animal, but no stink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they would go down.
They would go down the hole. Now I have people that I know that have Dachshunds that hunt woodchucks with them, but
Yes, but
they
a
have to
woodchuck
be
is so big.
Yeah, yeah. I don't recommend that. No.
I had a bigger dog that was an unbelievable groundhog hunter, but he weighed about 60 pounds.
Right.
And I would say, they say, what was he like? I said, the dog has the nicest disposition in all the world, unless you were a groundhog, and then you were dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't imagine that one of these goes after something so big.
Right.
Huh.
But they are notorious for barking, as you.
We found that whenever I walked in the door.
Yeah.
They're not barking now.
No, because they're comfortable now.
They bark all the time.
Well, if they see a leaf blow out the window, or the dog walking down the street, or a deer in the backyard, oh yeah.
And you have these two, and who else is in the family of your house? You have 2 other dogs?
I have 2 other ones. I have a mixed Jack Russell and a mixed poodle.
Is the poodle and the Jack Russell, well, the Jack Russells are like the miniature size. What about the poodle?
The poodle's tiny.
Miniature also?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, tell me all about these wiener dogs.
Well, you know, they are good pets. They are very loving, very loyal. They get along good with other dogs. Children, if you get them young enough and bring them up with the children, they're good. But they're very territorial to their owners. You know, don't mess with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bring that nut over here so we can get him on.
Precious.
Get her on,
Precious. Come here.
Now, I first met you, you had puppies.
Yes.
Who was the mother of the puppies?
This one.
Elizabeth. And what color puppies did she throw?
She her mom and dad are, one is long hair and they are fawn color, the cream color.
Oh, okay. And
So where she came from with the dapple, we don't know. But she had 2 creams and 1 red and 1 dapple.
And you said, unfortunately, you lost one in
We
the
lost
process. Which
one.
one did you lose?
We lost the red one.
The red one.
Yeah.
And they will be, how big will they get? Will they get any bigger than her?
Well, we don't know. Because he's standard and she's miniature, we're hoping that they're not going to be too big. But I've talked to the owners of the puppies that the puppies that went, and they said that a couple of them are big, like him, and one of them is real petite, like her.
This is the most common size that I've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
I've only seen one, I think.
Yeah, and what the difference is their weight, not their size, and that really boggled my mind. The standard weight goes from like 16 pounds to 24 pounds, 25.
For him?
Yeah, for that size. Now he's 20, probably 21 because of the winter. We all gain a little pounds over the winter. But she is at 11. So then it's 11 and under for a miniature.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, the only dog in my entire life that ever bit me, in all my years, and I'm old, was a wiener dog.
No way.
A friend of mine owned them. I must have been 12 years of age, and one got me in the back of the leg, and I've always had that. This is the first time I've probably ever been around one, or ever had an urge to keep petting them, because that was what got me.
Right.
Well, let's talk about, we talked about their size and their height. What other colors do they come in? They come in black?
They come in black and tan. Black, hold on, I have a list.
Well, go grab
I wrote a
it.
list. I
right.
made a list because my memory is not as good as it used to
That's
be.
okay, that's okay. Oh, this one is cute. This is the color of the one that bit me.
Oh, yeah?
But it was a short-haired one. Okay, tell me what you know.
They come in,
You are cute.
sable, which is
Leather colored.
Right. They come in the dapple, they come in the red, they come in the fawn, and there's one other one. And then there are different coats to them.
They've got the long coat, the short coat.
Right. They have smooth coat, which is him, wire hair, and long hair. So he's a smooth long hair, and she's a smooth semi-long hair. And believe it or not, back in 1972, the Olympics had their first ever mascot animal, and it was the Dachshund.
Really?
Yeah. And
Were they held in Germany that year? I think they were.
in Munich, yeah.
In Munich they were, because you know why I know that? I was in Germany at that time.
Yep, and the first marathon they did it in the shape of a Dachshund.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, they've been the big dog of Germany for years. That was it.
Yeah. And so, their short legs, they're under feet all the time. So,
I can imagine they are.
I always say to people, I have friends in low places, and these are my friends.
Oh yeah. Now, who was the father of the puppies? This one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, did you get her spayed now?
I am. Yeah.
I was going to say, you don't want them again, do you? Puppies isn't your bag.
No. I have 4.
Did you know that they were pregnant whenever she was pregnant?
Yes.
I mean, right away?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was an accident. It was an oopsie.
An oopsie. There's a lot of oopsies in this world.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
So-
Her coloring is gorgeous, going back to that.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, what are their health issues?
Health issues, they tend to have back issues because of their long body. And so they're not supposed to jump or leap or, so we have steps at home that they step up onto the couch and up onto my bed, but sometimes they don't listen and they just take a flying leap and away they go.
What's the dapple's name again?
Precious.
Precious. She was under the couch downstairs.
Yeah.
She jumped up into that chair. It didn't seem to bother her at all, but repeatedly, that's where you get into trouble with them.
Right, and Pork Chop, he's getting up in age. Their age wise go from 12 to 16 years, you know. So
And how old is he?
He is 7.
Oh, he's got hopefully a long ways to go.
Oh yeah. And was it Sue downstairs or Lynn? One of the gals downstairs said he was running around like he was 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got a lot of energy.
Oh, he was really
Oh,
going
yeah.
around everywhere.
Yeah, he does. He's a zoomer. He does the zoomers.
I know somebody that has dogs, wiener dogs, as I would say. Don't be offended, but that's the name people call them all the time.
Right.
And she had one in a handicap wheelchair for years.
That's because of the back injuries.
The back. And a lot of times you see any advertising for those handicap strollers or those wheels behind them, it's almost always this breed.
Yes.
A lot of time it is because their back becomes an issue in the discs and they're dragging their back feet. They can't do anything and people put them in that little wheel thing and away they go.
Away they go, and you can't stop them.
No, I wouldn't think you could. So the health problems are mainly the back and things like that.
Yeah.
What about, do they have dental problems? Are they prone to that?
I think all dogs have dental problems, but I've not had a lick of trouble with these guys. Hey. But so, you know, good health, you know, starts at home.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
it
and you gotta make sure that if you're gonna have pets of any kind, that you know, make sure you start at home.
How are they with other dogs?
Wonderful.
So we have another dog coming in here later. That dog's not going to be an issue. They're not going to do anything. How are they? And you say with kids, they're not. That's not a favorite.
Well, if you do a rescue that's already 2 or 3, it's going to be difficult to. I mean, I don't have any problem with my grandkids at all, but they see them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'd be a little cautious. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Just, you know, introduce the children to the dog, and if they get along, then they get along. Dachshunds are such people person dogs.
Do you have to watch when you pick them up because they're long?
Yes.
Long body.
Yep. Now he weighs a lot. So, just, you know, because that's 20 pounds, 21 pounds.
And what's this one weigh?
11.
Just 11. Come here. You see, you little devil.
Come here.
Oh, nope. I'm not going to get any progress here. Oh, we're getting a smelling of the hand. That's good. Good watchdogs?
Yes, absolutely.
That have to be. Everybody that walked in here, they were just going crazy.
Yep. And now once they've calmed down, they're just wonderful, wonderful companions.
Well, now you didn't rescue these?
Yeah.
From a shelter?
No, from people.
Yeah, because if they had been rescued from a shelter, they would have been spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
So that's the difference there. Why do people get rid of them?
They get older and they can't take care of them. Where I got her from, the lady is a nurse. Her husband's a security guard. They're not home a lot, and they just couldn't take care of the puppies.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about the other one?
And that one, he was one of 2 of an older couple dogs, dachshunds. And mom was black and tan, long hair. Dad is red, and he's very short, actually, for a dachshund. And he is that color. And they only had 2. One passed away, and they had 4 at the time.
Wow.
And another puppy would have made 5, and they're senior citizens. They can't.
Too much.
Yeah. So.
Do they shed?
Oh gosh, yes.
They do?
Shed. Yes. They shed a lot.
Do you have to have them groomed?
I do. You don't have to. They're so easy, but I do only because I don't have a lot of time.
So they go and just get a bath and get their ears fixed up a little bit in their feet
their
and stuff like
paws
that.
and pads. Yep.
Cute as heck. Checking this one out. This one here's a beautiful face. But I like that combination on other pets too.
Oh yes.
I've seen it on, I want to say schnauzers.
Yep.
And what else have I seen it on? Schnauzers is my most common. But I like that combination.
My son has a Great Dane that has this color.
Really? Mm-hmm. How are they with a Great Dane?
I don't know. I haven't introduced. No. But my neighbor
Who
has.
would be the issue? The Great Dane, the issue, or them?
I don't know. But my neighbor has a Australian sheepdog, and she's big, and they all play together. They chase each other. That's how they get their exercise. Yeah, their dog Willow will come over and stand at our gate and want to play, and Willow will run back and forth until I get out there to let them out, and then they run in the field. Yep, that's how they get their exercise.
Tell me some more about the breed. I'm interested in the breed.
Well, that's about all I can tell you.
Except for they go after badgers.
They go for badgers, yeah.
Do they play well with balls? And
Yes.
What if a mole gets in your yard?
Oh, they'll get it.
It's
oh yeah,
dead.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they're awfully fast.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And no other issues other than back issues?
No.
Nothing with their eyes? Or...
No, and their hearts are good, strong hearts. No kidney issues. Hip dysplasia?
No, just back.
Yes, just
and
the
you
back.
haven't had any trouble with their backs?
No.
Why would I want one of these?
Look at that face.
That face is awfully cute. They're both cute.
And I love his tail. I love his tail. When he's just standing and walking, his tail is just beautiful. Beautiful.
But with the short-haired ones, it's just a straight tail. There's no, of course, fur on that either, is there? Yeah, I like this tail probably better too.
And they're just good small companions. You know, you can fit them well in your car. You can take them on a trip. You can. I take these guys camping every weekend. We camp out at Playland, and I take all 4 of them out, and we camp, and they have their little pen, and then we go on walks, and we go golf cart riding, and.
Well, they've got the good life here, I'll tell you.
Yeah. And their diet is, like any other diet,
Just the normal stuff.
Just the normal stuff.
Nothing different.
No.
Well, good. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it. Give us some information on these dogs. As I said, I've never had one. I've always wondered about them.
Right. I've always been a small dog person. So when my girlfriend said, you get along well with the pork chop, do you want to take him home? And I'm like, I don't know. I've never had a dachshund. And I thought, well, it's a good time to try.
What did you have before the Jack Russell and the poodle?
The Lhasa and Shih Tzu. Yeah.
Are these easier to train than a Lhasa? I think a Lhasa is hard to train.
Yeah, they're stubborn.
They are. I never succeeded with mine.
These guys aren't too bad, but it takes a while. You really have to work with them. Now you've seen downstairs when he made eye contact with me, and I told him, no, stop.
That was it.
That was it. He knew, but he's 7, and it just now this one it's taken. Well, she's 2, so she's still learning. So it just takes a lot of patience.
Where do they sleep?
In my bed with me?
All of them?
No, just my 3. The other one belongs to my roommate.
And is that which is
That's
one?
the Jack Russell. He belongs upstairs.
They're an experience too.
Yeah, yeah. Now the Jack Russell was a rescue from Anna Shelter, and she is not your typical Jack Russell. She's very timid, very
Really?
Shy.
But she gets along with these guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And they all just lounge around just like this all day.
Look at this. They certainly do. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it because I was really interested. Anyone who's watching this, if you have a dog breed that I haven't done or that you think is a unique dog breed or something new, give me a call because it's important for all of us to know about all the different dogs. And the reason we do it is before you get a dog, you should take the time to find out about them.
Exactly. Read up on them. Get your phone out or you go to the library and get a book. Dachshunds are a lot of fun. They're long snouts and they give lots of kisses. Yeah.
I think my favorite small dog, and I've had Shih Tzus and Lhasas. I think now my most favorite dog is probably a Cavalier King Charles.
Yes.
They are so nice, and I find them to have wonderful personalities. People say, what's that? I say, remember Lady and the Tramp? It was Lady. And that's become a very, very popular dog, too.
Yeah, I don't see many of them around. Do we have?
We have a few in our therapy dog group that are very, very popular because they're just so nice to deal with.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Carrie, very much for coming in.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Cameraman probably got pictures here, and we'll be all set. This one here is just content as can be. Is this, if you're home, is this where?
Oh, yeah.
That's where she is.
And in my chair, he's on this side and hung over the edge. He likes to hang his head over the edge of the chair.
Well, this one has a beautiful face. Just gorgeous. Okay, thanks very much.
Oh, thank
Have a
you.
good one. Our second star today is Gus, and Gus is a miniature doodle, and his owner is, introduce yourself.
My name is Carol Hughes. Yeah, and this is Gus. Gus is going to soon be a 3-year-old miniature golden doodle. Oh yeah, he's a good boy. He just got done being at a school with kindergarten, so.
He's a good little therapy dog. He really is. Well, tell us about the miniature doodles and why in heaven's name are they so popular?
I think the big thing is that generally they're pretty calm. He's really calm. He doesn't shed, and that is probably our main reason. With 8 grandchildren, he's very, very calm with them. He might get a little excited, but other than that, and they're hypoallergenic, so people that have allergies are probably pretty safe with a dog like this.
What did you have before him?
We always had golden retrievers or labs.
That shed a lot.
That shed a lot, yes, yes. They were good dogs. I would never regret having a dog like that, but now, being older, this is a good fit for us.
How did you find out about a miniature doodle? Because they haven't been that popular for that long, I don't think.
No. And when I did a little research on, I found out that they were back in the about 1960. Happens to be Charles Dickens' great-great-granddaughter had started a miniature doodle. And so that's when they kind of first started being more popular at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, yes.
What colors do they come in?
Now they come in all colors. Now Gus is kind of...
They're not approved by the AKC either, are they?
No, they are not approved by the AKC.
I don't know this answer, and I don't know whether you do either. They're not approved by the UKC either, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
No. Really, I guess they're considered a mutt.
They are considered a mutt, but
yes.
an expensive mutt, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so what colors do we get here?
Now, we have, of course, Gus is a little more rare color. He's a phantom color, where they have more distinct, like his eyebrows, his markings on his feet, his tail. So he's phantom. There is other colors.
Phantom meaning what?
Meaning different, just of a variety of colors.
They're
more distinct. On a phantom color, they're more distinct in their markings.
Okay.
Yeah. Where there is a party, I think it's called party, it's P-A-R-T-I. Their colors might be patchy. They might have patches of white or patches of brown with white. They come in rust and golden and blondes, many different colors in a doodle.
Now, where'd you get him?
We got him out of Terry Lippert and Cockerton. A lot of people will know of that name, yes.
Well, now, of the other dogs in the litter, were they all the same color?
No, his brother was a party color. His brother was black, but he had white and gray patches all through him.
We just had a party-colored wiener dog, Dachshund, here. I like the looks on them. They're very, very unique. So in his litter then, there was this color plus the party color.
Party color, right. And then there's merle color too, which could be a variation all through their whole body, which as he's getting older, he's getting a little more...
It's almost looking like that.
Like that.
Right here on the side is starting to look like more of a merle color.
Yes, he is. He's a good boy though. Gus.
Now, do you have to, do they shed? No.
No, he does
not at all.
Shed.
Do you have to brush him?
I brush him. He gets brushed every other day. And the only thing you might get out of it, we have a detangle brush that takes little knots, and you might get a little knot like this out of him. But other than that, he's very, no.
And he's
not.
Hypoallergenic, which means what?
That means like people that have allergies to dogs might necessarily be allergic to him. So he's getting pretty comfortable here.
He is. He's just saying, I'm just going to chill here.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's tired after being at kindergarten.
Now, how long has he been a therapy dog?
He has been a therapy dog. It will be a year, I think, in October. And so it's pretty new to the program, but He likes it. He enjoys it.
I talked to you into
I
taking
enjoy
him
it.
to the cancer center, Barco.
That's one of our favorite places to go.
I'm sure it is for him too.
Yeah.
They just go crazy with him, I'm sure.
Yes.
You
yeah.
have a family member that goes to Barco, and
Right.
you sent me a picture one time, or maybe I don't know whether you sent it or not, but I saw it, of him sitting on the lap of the family member.
Right.
Because you were at Barco.
Yes. Yes, we were just there yesterday, and he gets lots of treats from the staff, and yes, it's a great place. It's a great place.
But you don't have to give him special treats, because the other dog that goes there, the Yorkie that goes there, has to have special
He
food.
has to have special treats.
And Maddie, who goes there, eats anything they have, so she doesn't care either. She's like us.
Yes, yeah.
Why
yeah.
are these doggone dogs so popular at the cancer center?
I think just because they're cute.
Well, it takes their mind off, though, too.
Yeah,
the,
it does.
The patients.
It does. They're cute, and Gus just goes up to them, and they just say how soft and furry he is, and they love petting him. And it's just nice to see them smile.
Yeah, you often hear whenever you're there, people saying as you're getting closer, coming into the main hall there, oh, here comes Gus, because he has a notoriety there now, because we see people either weekly, every other week, every third week, sometimes every fourth. And I think the patients really look forward to seeing the dogs.
I do too, and I think the patients do, and I know the staff does.
Oh,
'cause
God, yes.
They even have a nickname for him. His nickname is Boomer.
Why do they call him Boomer? Who
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Joe?
Joe calls him Boomer. Yes, and he knows who has the special treats around there, so he goes to those desks first to see.
Yeah, what we try to do with the dogs that go to the cancer center, and also in Liberty and other places, we tell them, we don't care if you give them treats, but we really prefer if you use a small little milk bone, because if you give Gus 5 little milk bones, that's really special to him, but really that's not very much. That's probably equal to a regular sized milk bone, so he can get away with that.
Yeah, so they just give him little treats,
Yeah.
which he likes. But yes, he enjoys going there, but he does like going to the schools too. Today we did a program at the school showing kids about how dogs act. When you look at a dog, what do you think a dog, you know, what kind of demeanor does he have? Does he look mean? Does he look happy? And the kids did real well with that.
Did they do well with that today?
They did.
Good,
They had to
good.
put thumbs up or thumbs down if they thought. So,
I bet that was a zoo. Thumbs up. You probably had something like this too. They probably couldn't decide.
Yeah.
Hey, what are the health issues with these dogs? Any at all?
they don't really, as I was reading about them, they don't seem to have health issues like your regular doodle does or your lab does so much, because they're not a purebred. So you don't seem to have the issues with them like you do with the purebreds.
Was, in Gus's case, with both the female and male doodles?
Right, no.
No,
According to
or-
his dad was a miniature poodle, and his mom was a doodle.
Oh, okay. So he's a
Because
combination of a doodle.
right, and that's why he's in the bloodline where he won't shed. You
People-
can get a doodle that does shed.
You sure can, and that always amazes me. Oh, I have a doodle, and that dog's not going to shed. No.
No.
Depends on where they are in the breeding
Right.
and what the combination is,
Right.
because you can have a doodle that sheds. I don't know if it will shed as much as my collie does, but it's sure going to shed.
Yes, yes, yes. I have some friends that have one that sheds.
What do
Yeah.
they normally weigh?
They can weigh up to him. He's on the bigger end of the spectrum for miniature. They can range anywhere from 24 pounds down for a miniature. So they can even be like, I know a friend of mine has like a 12 pound. So
And what's he weigh?
He's 24. He's right at the, yeah.
At the cutoff,
He's right,
I'm sorry.
yeah, he's right at the cutoff.
He's a good size, though.
He's a nice size. For somebody older or anybody that maybe lives in an apartment or a town, you know, I would recommend a doodle.
A doodle. They are cute.
He is cute.
Yeah. And we don't know of any definite health issues.
No. Thank God we don't. No.
We talk about that as far as the Goldendoodles,
Right.
because the theory on the Goldendoodle was that the dog that has more cancer than any other dog is a Golden Retriever. And in an attempt to get away from that cancer diagnosis and to spread things out just a little bit differently, they worked real hard on breeding them with a poodle, which tends to be a lot healthier,
Right.
and they end up with the Goldendoodles.
Right.
And I think it has helped quite a bit because people that have Goldendoodles don't seem to have that many health issues with their dogs.
no.
They've been a little bit successful.
Which-
It doesn't mean it's not going to
right.
pop back in again,
Right.
but it isn't as dominant as it was before when they had the Goldens.
Which we did have a golden, which had thyroid issues, which is common with Goldens. Yes. We also had a lab that was diabetic, so yeah.
It's always something.
So hopefully, with him being only 3 years old, he stays healthy for a long time. But
We hope at least 10 or 11 years.
Right.
What is their life expectancy? I bet it's probably 14 or 15.
I imagine they could be. Yeah, they could be. I think he's a little tired now.
He is tired. He's tired than I usually see him. Usually whenever I see him, he's on a roll sometimes, or getting ready to at least be on a roll. How they're good with kids? How about your grandkids?
Wonderful with kids. Wonderful with grandkids. He gets so excited when they first come, and then 5 minutes later, you know, he'll play with them, and then when he's tired of them, he'll just walk off and do something else.
And you say he's good at the elementary schools when we go there.
Yes.
He really does get into that.
He really does get into that.
How's he with other dogs?
He's good. He's a little apprehensive sometimes. Like he just met Charlene's new little bud
Oh,
today.
Bud is the Basset.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he wasn't too sure at first, but by the time we got done, he was great.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
And he's good with, seems to be good with people, excellent with people, just in general.
Yeah.
And no other health issues other than nothing we know of.
No, not that I know of. He gets a haircut every 8 weeks. I have to get him cut every 8 weeks to keep him trimmed up.
Okay, now how long has it been since he had his
And he'll
his
get a
hairdo?
haircut next week.
So
he'll
he's
be-
at about 7 weeks then.
Yeah. This
So
is
he's
7
pretty
weeks.
furry.
Yeah. This is pretty furry for him.
Now, during the summer months, do you go a little bit more often, or they just use a different blade and drop it down a little bit?
No, I kind of keep them the same.
Same
I
all
like
the time.
them fluffy.
I like them fluffy too.
I like them fluffy. I always tell her, can you keep his ears long and his tail long, and keep his paws kind of long?
Really, why do you do that? The paws?
Because when they get shaved down too low, they look like little chicken feet.
Gus, she's saying you look like you have chicken feet sometimes. That's what she just said. I know that turned your head. But like if he goes outside in the mud, then you've got a lot of cleaning to do here with these feet.
Not really. He's pretty good. He's so light on his feet that he doesn't get really mud caked up in there.
What about snow?
Snow is
Balls.
another issue.
I bet he had balls on his feet.
He does have balls on his feet, so he has to wear boots.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
All the time in the winter.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because of the salt, too.
How did you get boots? I know what I did to get boots on a dog's feet. How long did it take you to get him to walk
He
in
is
boots?
so cooperative. He'll do whatever I ask
Really?
him. Yes. Even when it comes to brushing, he knows if I call him, I'm sitting on the floor, I says, come on, Gus, you have to come over here. He knows he has to go over there and get brushed. Or he's got to get his
So
boots
he was
on.
easy as far as putting the boots on.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs, someone
It's
told me.
funny to watch him walk, though.
Oh yeah, whenever they first get them on too.
Yeah.
They're like really apprehensive about it.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
it one time with a dog and I said, I'll never get him on my dog. And the trainer that I was with at the time said, here, use this. And it was freshly cooked chicken.
Yeah.
And then it was chicken, 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 boot, chicken, chicken, boot, chicken, chicken. Until my dog was so concerned about the chicken, he didn't care about the fact that I just put 4 boots on his feet. And then he walked like I don't think I can handle this. This is too much for me.
No, he's fine. It's just funny to watch him when he first starts walking on them because it's like he has to pick them up and then walk. But by the time he gets, maybe halfway up the street, then it's okay.
Well, you live somewhere where they put rock salt in that time, don't they?
Yes.
So that's a big issue. I mean, he's not living in the middle of an open field.
No.
He's on a street in Meadville.
Right. So that bothers his feet. He'll pick his paws up when it hurts. So I will not. No.
No problem with draining eyes or anything like that?
No, knock on wood, nothing like that.
No, guys, we don't want anything to happen to you.
No, teeth look good. He's all cut up on his shots and everything. We do watch out. He does get, in the summertime, flea medicine and a collar because of the ticks. Yeah, so he does that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else? Why should I get one of these?
I think
If I
because
said
of
to you,
the-
I really don't know what type dog I need to have, I need a dog that's like of a medium height, why would you tell me to get a doodle?
Because they're
miniature
the
doodle.
best. He
Well,
doesn't.
he's
He doesn't.
yours.
They are. They're not all, that calm. I have been around some of them that are very calm. We got extremely lucky that he's just a joy to have in our house.
But it's a
know.
reflection on you too, because I would imagine that you and
Right.
your husband aren't that overly nervous, and they tend to be whatever
Yeah.
their
And we
owners are.
had time. We were retired, so we were able to take the time to train him and make him listen to things. So he's been a real joy to have around the house.
Did he go to a training class?
No.
You were the trainer.
Yes.
You're the trainer.
My husband does a really good job with them too. Yeah.
Where does he sleep?
He sleeps in our room, in our bedroom, in a bed.
He's
got his
not on
own
your bed.
He does at first, and then he jumps down and he goes down to his bed.
You don't kick him off or throw him
No,
down.
no.
You don't
I think
just
he
pick him
gets
up
hot.
you don't pick him up and throw him
No.
across the room. No,
I would
you're
never
saying-
do that.
You
yeah.
wouldn't do anything.
No.
Carol's an example of a person, a trainer who trains very gently, and you're a soft trainer with him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you yell at him or anything.
Oh, no. The only time I yell him is when he doesn't hear me, when he's out back and he's down below, and I tell him, come on up here, and he's like, what'd you say?
Yeah, what did you say? I'm not really hearing you. That's
Yeah.
because he's a male.
Yeah,
Doesn't listen.
yeah.
That's what happened.
But
Well,
he
he's-
is neutered too. So, yeah.
Well, he is absolutely darling, and I wanted you to bring him in because people do like the doodles, and this miniature doodle is a real keeper, I think.
Yeah, yeah. He is a
Because of
keeper.
the size.
And another thing is so unique because everybody doesn't believe he's a doodle. They think he's a Bernie doodle because of his coloring. Because I've never found another one that's his color.
And I've never seen a Bernie doodle that's small,
here, guys.
a miniature Bernie doodle.
Yeah.
Well, no, now that I say that, I think I did see one
Come up here.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, right up there. You didn't even feel him jumping on you,
No,
did you?
no,
Well, Gussie, you're just sucking up all this attention. Well, thanks, Carol, very, very much for bringing him in.
Yes,
He's
well,
really a
thanks.
nice dog, and if we don't certainly want anyone to be at the cancer center there as a patient, but if you ever do, what day
Yeah.
are you there? You're
We're
the-
there on Tuesday.
You're the Tuesday
yeah.
day at the cancer center, and you're at First District?
We're at First District twice a month, yes.
Where
we're
else do
there.
you go?
We go to the high school, to the senior high school, which we were there last week, and we got stuck in the middle of class changing twice.
Oh, I bet he was a trip.
And his little
Love
head
it.
was just going back and forth, but he didn't care. He didn't care.
Is there any other place you visit besides that?
Juniper Village, which we have a special interest in that since my dad was there almost 5 years. So we have
Oh,
a special
okay.
interest. We're there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So wherever else we need to be. We've gone to the courthouse, and we like that too, huh?
You did the courthouse with the dependent kids. No, you did it whenever I went down
Yeah.
there, and
When you
whenever
needed me.
there had been a death of someone at the courthouse,
Right.
and they had
you
called
needed
upon the
us.
therapy dogs.
Right. And he
Yeah.
was good. He sat there, and we sat there for a couple hours, and he was very good with them too.
Yeah, we had 3 different dogs there that day. They spent the day at the courthouse and giving some people some relief.
Yeah.
And they're good at that, and he's very good at it. It's funny. I'm the one who places the dogs a lot of various positions once they've been tested. And as soon as I met Gus, and I have a lot of dogs in the group, 37, 38 dogs, and I said, guess what? This one's going to the cancer center.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now
That was
he-
the first thing
now he
he
hears my
told us
phone.
when we started, and I said, really?
I said, that's where he's going to be. So thanks
Yeah.
very much. Now
Yes,
he's hearing
thank
my
you.
phone ringing, so he says, what's that crazy? Why didn't you turn that off?
Well,
Okay.
thank you for having us.
Thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Huh.
Okay, see you later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.